Hey everybody, it's Loza. We're looking at my theme Chronicle Dark Magician deck list for the current event. People are asking in the comments, probably only 2 or 3 people, but that's still enough for me. Here is the list. It is super anime. If you want to just screenshot and play it, here it is. Go ahead and take it. If you want an in-depth review of the deck, I'll talk about it now. So 2 Dark Magician, this has been a staple for me for a while because you just don't really need the third anymore. Yeah, the games where it comes up and you need the third, it's kind of like you're not winning those games anyway. And the amount of times the third DM will break you compared to the amount of times or scenarios where you'll need it, it's just not really necessary. Soul's at 3 because it's essentially more copies of your vanilla. Plus, you can send DMG as well, so you can just help get the bricks in the grave and funnel some draws through all these crazy cards. Chicken Game is one of the best things you can do with Magician Souls. We'll get to that a bit later. Max C, because you activate it and people just pass turn. We don't actually have many hand traps here, so it's actually a bait in this deck. And we're hoping to draw either the one Nibiru or that they just pass turn. That's kind of the mindset behind the Max C and nothing else. It's a bit of a debate, but that's okay. Rod at 3 because it's our dedicated normal and it can get everything except Eye of Timaeus, which we'll get to. I don't normally play it, but it's the anime meme fest. I'm memeing. I like to have fun in the event, so I'm having a bit of fun. Apprentice at 1 because you can still do the cool overlay stuff. If we had Illusion of Chaos, this would be way more valid at 1 because you could search it very easily, but maybe this could just be cut or played at a higher number. It doesn't really matter though. Ideally, you discard a brick and you search your other brick, so it's just weird. But anyway, Upstart at 3, Chicken Game at 3. These are kind of the same card, but this one's better sometimes. If you have Magician Souls, Chicken Game's better. If you don't, Upstart's better because Upstart synergizes with Rod and Soul Servant because Rod can grab Soul Servant. Upstart and Soul Servant searches every Dark Magician card in the deck, so that's a really nice little interaction there. But normally you want to Upstart, chain your Soul Servant, grab Magician Souls. Why is that? Well, you've gone neg 2 to do the Upstart Soul Servant combo, but then when your Magician Soul's out itself or summon DMG, you can now banish the Soul Servant and draw 1. So you've actually gone neutral with the Upstart Soul Servant combo. Only if you had Magician Souls or have access to Magician Souls. So that's just a little important piece of information there. Terraforming, because not only do we have Chicken Game, we've got Salvation that grabs us another copy of Eternal Soul. It's like another copy of Eternal Soul, basically. But we can also grab Village. Oh, maybe I didn't put... No, I didn't play Village, but you could play Village. That's another great option. Dark Magic Attack, normally a bricky card, but it's fine because you can search it off Eternal Soul. And whatever, it's very anime. 3 Eye of Timaeus, Unga Bunga, Anime to the Wall. I just wanted to wait for it. 3, 2, 1. Fuck around and play Eye of Timaeus in the anime event. Yes, I was just dodging YouTube's new rules. Anyway, Bonds, because this package means opening Rod Magician Souls can do something because the Timaeus play is not in Master Duel yet. So you can at least Magician Souls out DM, Rod go grab Bond and set that play up. It's pretty nice. You can of course just go into some other stuff like IP Masquerena into, Unicorn on their turn, but Bonds is just another cute play you can do. Magicalized, while Anaconda is banned from this event, I thought I'd play the one Magicalized anyway, just to go into Quintet if you need to, sometimes DMs and sometimes Cavalry. You can't make this because of the Dragon, don't forget that. What else have we missed? Fusion Deployment, this acts as a 4th copy of Magician Souls while we don't have Illusion of Chaos. It's not great, you don't have to play it, you probably shouldn't, it's just here because it's Master Duel, we don't have a lot else going on. Chicken Game we spoke about, Salvation we spoke about, Circle at 3, another thing I normally don't do, but once again we're going balls to the wall, anime. You've even got the Piercing the Darkness, which you know I hate. But you know what, at 1 it's fine, when you see it, it's fine, and it's actually pretty good if you see it with Magician Souls because you get a nice little draw. And from there, you can get some good value off it. But yes, it is overall a very wank card. This is our typical set of Bonds. So we have Dark Burning Magic here. This is what we want to set with Bonds. Like, you could set Dark Magic Attack, but you normally just want Dark Burning. So yeah, I don't know. There's lots of bricks, as you can see, in this build that aren't necessarily monsters. Like the Bonds package cards can be bricks, Piercing can be a brick, Eye can be a brick. Like, I've opened up Eye with a bunch of back row, and like, what do? You cry. But that's why DM doesn't have a good fusion spell, right? Anyway, Soul Servant is probably one of the best DM cards. If you open it with Magician Souls, you're just popping off. It's really nice. Secrets of Dark Magic at 1 because we got our cool fusions and rituals, and we can recycle it with Soul Servant. Don't forget that. A lot of people seem to forget that and run this at 2 or 3, and I think that's probably just incorrect. You want to treat like the DM spell traps almost like Sky Striker cards, where you just like run one of all of them because you can search them very easily. And then like you change it as the format develops. But yeah, 2 Eternal Soul, pretty straightforward. Extra deck monsters, we've got the Dragon Knight, because if you can establish it, it's really good. Cavalry, which has been surprisingly good. It's the Master Duel, not the Master Duel, the Duel Links boss monster that's cracked. It's sometimes really good. You can only summon off Eye, but we are playing Eye, so it's cool. Because otherwise you need a warrior, and like, DM doesn't have warriors. We've got the Dark Magicians, which is pretty... It's pretty mid, let's be real. It's pretty bad fusion. Quintet, which is your blowout, Unga Bunga, win the game card. Then we've got the Naruto Ebon Zeus package, which is pretty good. Basically, you want to use Apprentice and Magician Soul, summoning out DMG to go into Naruto, which can go to the battle phase, attack, and if they activate a spell trap, detach, negate. You can go into Ebon, detach, summon DM if you want. Doesn't really matter. You can normally keep the materials and just go into your Zeus, but the option to just stay at Ebon's also there as well. I'm Doc, and Link Spider. I don't have Link Spider, but Link Spider could be in here too, just to cycle DM. That just means when you got Circle Eternal Soul up, you're going to be summoning out DM. How do you get off the field? You might have Rod and other cards to do it, you might not. So in those scenarios where you don't, you just link it away with I'm Doc or Link Spider and just bring it back with Eternal Soul to trigger your circle again on the opponent's turn or on your next turn, just to recycle that whole effect and get a resource basically for free. Relinquish Anima turns your Magician Souls into just another card your opponent has to negate. They have to negate either the draws, or they might want to negate the Anima effect to steal. So helps going second, because this deck kind of struggles with second a lot of the time. Artemis helps you recycle Rod, which is super important. Probably one of the best links in here, I would say, even though it's a link one with no effect. Go figure. IP Masquerena, super useful if you open Rod Souls and you don't really want to go into any other play. You don't really have like a good play. You can just go into IP with a Unicorn and just chill there. As long as you've got like Eternal Soul to summon DM off turn, you can then make a Unicorn play. Dark, because you can link climb with it, but I think access code was banned from this event. So I've just kind of got Dark to Selene and nowhere, but you could definitely play a different Link 4. I just chose to play BLS, which is also kind of valid. And you can also use Selene as an Eternal Soul as well, because she just keeps summoning back for the amount of tokens. Just remove 3 counters, sorry, and you can summon a spellcaster. That's quick effect, and it's on both players' turns, so pretty good card. But you know what? I think there should maybe be a Link 4 in here, now that I'm reviewing the deck myself. Topper Logic, I don't think quite suits it. I'm going to see if I have Boral Sword, but I don't know if I do. I guess I don't. But I'm going to say Boral Sword... Not Borrelode. Where is Boral Sword? Is Boral Sword not in Master Duel? Okay, well, there's no way Boral Sword's not in Master Duel, so I'm going to assume it's just banned. I know how to confirm this. I'll search Anaconda. Okay, so Boral Sword's banned from the event too. Well, I guess you could play Zero Boris or you could play Borrelode, but they're both pretty bad. Anyway, that's been my Dark Magician deck. What do you think about it for the event? Once again, I'm just having fun, so I don't really care. But if there's things you think could improve it, let me know. Anyway. See ya.